Hey, welcome back to the homestead. I'm back with another chainsaw video today. The last video was on our steel chainsaw. Today I'm going to be talking about, this is a Kobalt from Lowe's. It's electric, uses a battery, and I've pulled the battery out of this one. This one also, it's time to change the blade, so there's no more adjustment left in this one. I think this is the second or third blade I've put on this. I like this little electric chainsaw because it's lightweight and it's great for bucking limbs, and it's also not so heavy as other chainsaws. My wife likes to go out in the woods and work with me, especially in the fall and the winter time, cutting stuff up. And this is a nice lightweight chainsaw that she can handle. One thing I don't like about it, everything's got so much safety stuff on it these days. You have to push this button and pull the trigger in order for this to operate. So with gloves on, this could be a little awkward to get that done. But there's no fuel, no gas, it just has an oil filler here. You always have to make sure it has plenty of oil in your chainsaws. So, but as I said, this one needs a new blade. So I'm going to start by pulling this cover off. Pretty easy to take the cover off, and then this adjustment. So you can see on here, this is the adjustment, and it is all the way out. So we need to turn this little blue lever on here to get that pulled all the way back the other direction. So this 40-volt max, it really is surprised me. I thought electric chainsaw, that's not going to do anything, not going to last, it's not going to be strong enough to cut wood, but I've actually been really amazed at how it does perform. It does a really nice job. So I've got this pulled pretty much all the way back, so I'm just turning the thumb lever to move that to the opposite side. So we're good to go there. So just to keep things in the right direction, I always like to take my blade and my chain off of the saw, lay it flat on my bench, and I've got a new blade here. So this blade this is a 14-inch, but it has 52 links in it. So I mentioned in the last video, pay attention to that. The number of links, so you could get a 14-inch Oregon saw blade, but if the number of teeth is not the same as fits your saw, that blade's not going to work. So be sure, not just the length, but the number of links in that chain. So once again, I'm unfolding. This is sometimes a challenge. Get all of this. Sometimes it just magically unfolds all of a sudden. Like that. That one went fine. Then I lay it on my bench. Oh, I can tell that is actually the right side, first time. So got everything lined up so they are the same length. So I can take my old blade, move it out of the way, take my new blade and put it on my guide. These blades are nice and sharp. I can feel it on my fingers. And then I'm going to pick this one up and put it on the saw. Where my guide is there. I'm going to make sure it goes in the right place. Get it on the shaft here so everything lines up well. So got everything on there, nice and lined up. Now I just need to get this cover back on there, and where the center bolt is on this one, you can see what it's going to line up with, the adjustment slot, the adjustment hole right there. So they need to be pretty much lined up before I put the cover back on. Otherwise it's going to be a little bit difficult. So I've got everything lined up there pretty good. Let's see if I can get that on there. Went right on. So just tighten that a couple of times so things aren't flopping around. And then I can begin to, oh, other way, goes up, to tighten that blade. Quite a bit of adjustment in it there. You can feel it start to get a little bit of tension on it. Before you get it too tight, again, I want to make sure I've got it in all the guides and that everything is fitting. So blades are sharp, use a glove or a towel, run that down, make sure all of the teeth are in the guide properly. And tighten that one up just a little bit more. And check my space here, how tight. So again, I've got like 3/8 to 1/2 inch of space there. So that blade is good to go. I'm ready to tighten that one down. And my wife's chainsaw is back in business. The only other thing I can say about this Kobalt that I don't like is this piece right here where you take the cover off. It's really difficult to turn. So there's got to be a better design for this part right here, especially when you have gloves on, you're trying to take it off or trying to loosen it to make your adjustments. It doesn't have to be overly tight, just has to hold everything in place, but again, that thing can be really awkward. It's just, there's no way to grip it, you can't get pliers on it. So if you have any tips on that, that would certainly be helpful. So we put the blade in, put the battery in, lock it in place, and that is ready to go. So hope you found that useful. Be sure and like our video, subscribe to our channel, ring that bell for notifications when we put out new content, and I'll see you here back on the homestead next time. Have a great afternoon. Bye-bye.